16 years ago, Britain dreamed big. A gleaming, high-speed rail network connecting London to the north, promising to slash journey times, supercharge regional economies, and finally bring the UK into the 21st century of rail travel. It was called HS2. Today, that dream feels more like a national headache, a winding tale of ambition, reality, and bureaucratic weirdness. The original vision, unveiled in 2009, was a bold, Y-shaped network. Phase 1, London to Birmingham by 2026. Phase 2, extending to Leeds and Manchester by 2033. It was designed to almost double capacity on north-south routes, with trains hitting speeds of 250 miles per hour, carrying 26,000 people an hour. The promise was economic rebalancing, attracting investment and creating jobs, with projections of up to £15 billion in annual productivity gains across the UK, especially for the Midlands and the North. But the dream began to unravel. In 2021, the Leeds leg was scrapped. Then, in 2023, the Birmingham to Manchester route was axed. What remains is essentially Phase 1, London to Birmingham, connecting to the existing West Coast Main Line. The completion date for even this truncated line, not 2026, not 2033, but 2030 at the earliest. The new HS2 Limited chief executive has even called the current schedule unsustainable. And then there's the cost. From an initial estimate of £37.5 billion in 2009, the price tag has ballooned to estimates now hovering around £100 billion. Despite the project being significantly smaller, why the explosion? Early estimates were almost entirely speculative and overly optimistic. Ground conditions proved more challenging than predicted. And then there's the Euston Station debacle. Two separate designs, commissioned and scrapped, burning through £250 million of taxpayer money. By early 2023, £24.7 billion had already been spent on Phase 1 alone. The project was effectively set up to fail financially from the outset by prioritizing an unrealistic timeline over thorough planning. HS2's story is also a masterclass in political interference. Over 16 years, it's been a political football. Every new prime minister seemed determined to leave their mark, leading to a dizzying cycle of resets, revisions, and re-announcements. This constant stop-start direction, coupled with the Treasury's skepticism, undermined any hope of consistent strategy. The 2020 Oakley Review advised halting construction contracts, but the government pressed ahead regardless. This lack of sustained political commitment and hands-on governance created an environment of instability, making efficient delivery almost impossible. This leads to the core debate. Should the train even leave the station? Supporters point to the £32.8 billion already spent, arguing that abandoning it now would be a colossal waste. With 75% of tunneling finished and major viaducts underway, they say the money's spent, and the country won't get a cheaper chance to finish. They highlight the capacity relief for the West Coast Main Line and the £10 billion economic uplift projected for the West Midlands. But critics argue this is the sunk cost fallacy in action. Money already spent is gone, regardless of what happens next. The real question, they say, is the opportunity cost. What else could £100 billion buy? Transforming hospitals, fixing potholes, or investing in numerous smaller regional transport projects that could deliver more immediate benefits. The project's original cost-benefit analysis is severely undermined, with some estimates suggesting it now offers poor value for money. So, what's next? The current government has initiated another reset, appointing new leadership, including Mark Wilde as CEO and Mike Brown as chair, both credited with rescuing London's Elizabeth Line. They've accepted recommendations from a governance review aiming to tackle mismanagement, flawed reporting, and ineffective oversight. Despite significant physical progress on Phase 1, the new CEO admits the project is unsustainable in its current form. Civil engineering is at least half finished, but overall, the project is more like a third complete, having fallen out of sequence. HS2 is a stark lesson. Grand visions can derail without realism, discipline, and consistency. It highlights the critical need for robust initial planning, stable political commitment, clear governance, and strong commercial management for any major infrastructure project. The credibility of Britain's approach to such ventures hangs in the balance. For now, the only thing arriving on time is delay.